Hello friends, welcome to the new section of the course, and in this section we will talk about the preliminary design of beam, column and the slab. So why we do the preliminary design? Okay, so we have defined the the beams here, we have defined the columns here, but we haven't defined the size of the beams and columns yet, and also we haven't defined the size of the slab. Though we are not going to draw a slab, but we need the size of the slab for the loading purpose. If you are an experienced structural designer, then just by looking at your structure you will come to know about what size of the beam should I take and what size of the column should I take. But I assume that most of you are starting the structural designing, and in that case you might not be able to figure out the size of the beams and the columns or the slab thickness of the slab that is required for this building or the building that you are going to design. So in that case what you have to do is you have to determine those sizes, and those sizes are determined using the preliminary design. And in this section we will learn how to do the preliminary design of beam, column and the slab. When the architect prepares the architectural drawing, he or she will calculate the size of the columns and also the size of the beams using the preliminary design. So what you can do is that you can refer to the architect's drawing in order to find the size of the column. So here you can see that the size of the column is 1 feet, so it's 1 feet by 1 feet. To find the size of the beam and the slab, we go to the section. So here is the section of the building, so let's zoom in. And the size of the slab, okay, so let's measure it using the measure tool here. And if we measure from here up to here, the size of the slab is 4 inches, that is 100 mm, so which is pretty much sufficient for any kind of residential building. And size of a beam is, okay, so let's take this beam as an example. So the size here is 1 feet and 2 inches. So 1 feet and 2 inches, if you convert to mm, so it's, let me see, so 1 feet means 12 inches and 1 inch has got 25.4 mm. So 25.4 plus 2 into 25.4 is equal to, is around 355.6 mm. So depth of the beam is 355.6 mm. And let's take the size of the beam, or that is the width of the beam. Okay, so the width of the beam is from here to here, if we measure, it's 9 inches. So 9 inches means 230 mm. So 230 by 350, if I take in the round figures, beam size the architect has taken, and the size of the column he or she has taken, it's 1 feet. 1 feet is equal to 12 inches, that is 300 mm around. So you can take the size of the beams, columns in this way, or suppose that you don't have any architectural drawing, this much of sophisticated architectural drawing. So you might come in any situation that you yourself might need to develop an architectural drawing, or you're just working on rough sketches, just hand sketches. In that case you might not be able to figure out these drawings, these sizes. In that situation you have to determine the sizes by yourself, so we will learn how to do that.